Stormy weather for Lena Horne. Tube captured, tube enthralled. Cut off from smell, touch, taste, heat sense, and gravity. Only my eyes and ears worked, held at electron gunpoint by fluorescent vision. Those long, shapely brown legs with the eagles on her stockings that flew in formation up under her hemline still flock in jagged colored specks and fly in semicircular orbits around the edges of my eyes. Fill my memory now like they filled that large, deep and heavy evacuated glass envelope so many days of my youth ago, when that heart-shaped luminous face that no gal maid could get the shade, those large, bold, beautiful eyes paired with the elusive smile, made their impressions, made me consider my first Faustian exchange. My soul, for just a few moments, maybe just one night. I was, after all, 12, star-struck, and heavily hormonal. If made to choose between Lena as Sweet Georgia Brown, God, or Petunia Jackson, Georgia, Miss Brown to you, would win every damn time. I was no inveterate gambler then, and my real addictions were years ahead, but I felt like a drunk Hetty in his very first cups. The pleasure possibilities waxed infinite. The very thought of her and me, a real little Joe, made a fantastical cabin in the sky seem quite absurdly possible, even desirable. And then I heard her sing. Another night, another movie, same television. Framed against an open window adorned with formal treatments, swags, jabots, and pleated drapes that could have been several of the imaginable colors in the middle radiant shades of gray between absolute black and white, looking out on an urban evening street scene which captured a couple scurrying to get out of the rain, and prefaced by introductory strains from the Ellington Orchestra with a cameo of the immaculate Duke himself, animatedly conducting that special group of musicians who needed little in the way of conducting. She sang a sultry soprano lament, an offstage wind machine ruffling the sheer full-length sleeves of her perfect black and sequin dress. Her perfect phrasing evoked a swarm of associations caught up in a vertically oriented rotating column of emotion, and she sang her heart through the vortex, making the raging storm a distinctive cavalcade of the literal, a subtle way of grasping one kind of thing in terms of another, fixing its elemental turbulence and power as the central and controlling image of her life song. Don't know why, there's no sun up in the sky, stormy weather, since my man and I ain't together. Seems like it's raining all the time. I felt the stirrings of love in that moment, for Lena and for language, for she embodied every feature of a poem in motion, draped in a musical score. She had a way of spreading her arms when she sang that had no paraphrase, but just as clearly said, "Love me." And when she left that open window, walking down stairs that split the orchestra into two sections, with the camera panning from full room to a head to hip shot, to climbing up her bodice, resolving in a full body shot, framing her in a spotlight on a nightclub floor. And in my poetic heart, she became for me more than a beautiful, evocative ornament, but an enduring metaphor for the complexities of love.